All right, boys, we're going to be taking a trip down memory lane for some of us. Some of y'all, this isn't going to be memory lane. This is going to be present day. All right. Today, we're going to be looking at what used to be the best PvE loadout in the game, hands down, no questions asked, back in Season of the Undying, and see if it is still the king of PvE loadouts here in Season of Dawn. If by some chance you have no clue what I'm talking about, then I'll catch you up to speed in just a second. But you already know the plugs gotta be plugged. So if you are new around here and you enjoy the videos, then be sure to subscribe. Also, after this video goes up, I will be live streaming over on twitch.tv/myfi with an underscore at the end. And this will be my first stream with my sub button. So whoever is my first sub gets cookie. And if no one subs, then I'm crying myself to sleep tonight. All right, let's get into the video. I don't want to think about it. So to catch anyone up to speed that needs to be caught up to speed, the best loadout last season was hands down Izanagi's Burden, which is an exotic quest from 801, Recluse, which is a pinnacle weapon from Season 6 that required 2100 in comp and a ton of wins, and then Wendigo GL3, which is a pinnacle weapon from Season 7 and required a ton of grenade launcher kills and points in strikes. This loadout was absolutely everywhere, and for a good reason. It required no RNG. All right, hang on. I already know what you're about to type. But the 801 rare bounty. Okay, all right. Yes, that's RNG. All right, that's the one thing that's RNG. You have to get a random bounty from 801 that's taken some people months. I got mine on my first day, not trying to brag, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know the bounty is RNG. All right, don't flame me. All right, so 99.9% of all these weapons are not RNG. There are three things you should be looking for when it comes to a good PvE loadout. I think we all know, but I am going to go over them real quick just in case you don't. Number one is going to be ad clearing. This means you have the ability to keep large amounts of red bar enemies at bay. Number two is big burst of damage. This pretty much means you can handle major enemies with ease. And number three is big boss damage. And well, this one is self-explanatory. The ability to put out good damage on bosses. Now, if we take a step back, slow things down, and look at Izanagi's Burden, Recluse, and Wendigo, we can see that this loadout hits all three requirements I just mentioned above and more. For ad clearing, we have Recluse, which prior to the Master of Arms nerf was hands down the undisputed king of the world champ of ad clearing. Like, there is no competition. Master of Arms was by far the easiest damage perk to keep up, and it was also like the best damage perk. So now, big burst of damage. In comes Wendigo GL3 with its ability to put down most majors and a few grenades, while also having the ability to blind nearby enemies upon grenade detonation. And if you picked up any orbs of light, then Wendigo got an increase to its damage, stacking up to ×6, meaning that every single grenade in your magazine was doing extra damage. And finally, we have big boss damage, and you guessed it, the weapon that everybody and their mother wanted you to have. You were borderline required to have this, or else you weren't getting into any LFG groups, all right? Sit down, Timmy. You're not allowed in our group. You don't have Izanagi's, all right? I don't care what you have. You don't have this one gun. You're not getting in, all right? Go find someone else. Izanagi's Burden. This sniper not only was an absolute monster at amazing boss damage, but it also took special ammo, meaning you pretty much always had ammo. But the best part of Izanagi's was the exotic perk on the weapon, which allowed you to hold reload and consume all bullets in the clip and combine them into one massive damage shot. But wait, there's more. Once you unlocked the catalyst and held reload with a full mag of 4 bullets, you did even more damage. Yeah, if there was like a little bet going on in the Destiny community over which weapon did the most damage to bosses or just literally any non-red bar enemies during Season of the Undying, my money is on Izanagi's all day, every day. There's this weapon was the most used weapon for Season of the Undying, hands down, no competition. And now, remember when I said this loadout hit all three requirements and more? Well, now it's time for the and more part. First, we have the fact that anti-barrier rounds could be slotted on SMGs, meaning Recluse could shred through literally anything. And yes, that even means those annoying little hobgoblins that tried going immune once you shot him a few times. Yeah, Recluse, it didn't care. It shredded right through it anyway. Second, Wendigo not only did big burst of damage for majors, but was also amazing for ad clear due to the blinding effects that I mentioned above. And with explosive light times 6, dumping a whole mag of this grenade launcher onto a boss did amazing damage as well. And third, we have Izanagi's, which besides it being the boss damage king, it also was any major or champion enemy's worst nightmare with its ability to put almost anything down in one honed edge times 4 plus catalyst shot. So yeah, not only does each one of these weapons hit one requirement, each weapon hits multiple requirements at the same time. You see why this loadout was so broken and just everyone used it last season? Are you starting to see it now? Now you may be asking, what about for Season of Dawn? Is this loadout still any good? Should you still grind for these weapons? Is it worth your time? And my answer to that question would have to be, honestly, yes and no. Now hear me out, this loadout is still the exact same when it comes to Izanagi's and Wendigo, as they've pretty much been untouched. They're not any different. But the star player, right? The star player took a hard hit. Recluse. Now, if you watched my top 5 SMGs after the Recluse nerf, you know that Recluse is still by all means top tier. The nerf did not in any way, shape, or form kill this weapon. All the nerf did was make it to where it wasn't the only thing that you used or that you felt like you were forced to use due to how busted the body shot damage was with Master of Arms procced. If you didn't know by any chance, when Master of Arms was active, so once you get a kill, Recluse did borderline precision damage, but to anywhere in the body. You get a kill, now you can shoot him in the foot, and you're doing the same amount of damage as if you shot him in the head. That's how busted it was. No aiming required. Recluse getting hit just means you're free to use something else when it comes to your energy slot. As other SMGs, if you do want to use an SMG and you're just hooked on an SMG for your energy slot, especially ones with multi-kill clip, now stand a chance to compete for that high damage good ad clear requirement that you need to hit. Also with Season of Dawn, we saw the removal of SMGs being able to use anti-barrier rounds, but instead they now can use overload rounds, which I mean, yeah, overload rounds are cool, but anti-barrier is way better, way better. So to wrap it all up, my final answer is yes, this loadout is still, in my opinion, the best all-in-one loadout for PvE activities, excluding the ones that require certain mods like champion mods from the seasonal artifact, as Recluse can no longer hold anti-barrier. And for some reason, anti-barrier and unstoppable are like the only 2 mods I ever see. I literally never see overload champions. I don't know what it is. Is that just me? Do you all feel the same way? I don't know. But now on to something more important. What do you all think of this loadout? Did you use this loadout non-stop last season? Hell, are you still using the loadout? Are you sick and tired of the loadout? Or just what is your go-to PvE loadout if it's nothing like this? Like if it's not this loadout, then what do you use? What's your go-to? Let me know in the comment section below. And with all that being said, I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to drop a like, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.